So here's another nice pile. Unfortunately, the owner is nowhere. I spoke to some people around here. Maybe I can get it, but yeah, I've seen this one here. So I'll definitely figure out how to get this one. There might be more interesting stuff in here, but I don't want to upset anybody going through this. Okay, here we go. I got it. It's the first one I have. I think this is a Velocity or something like this. So yeah, nice to have one of these in my collection as well. Anyway, I would never leave a 3DFX card in the trash. I would try my very best to get them. And it's another day at the scrapyard. Monitors. Let's see if we can find something. So it's a very quick succession. It's like just 1 week in between. Let's see what I'll find today. So last time I was here, I found the Sound Blaster 2.0 here and the Sound Blaster 16 and all the motherboards. Now of course everything is gone. So if I wouldn't have come last time, all of this would have been gone. Yeah, sometimes you're just lucky, but I have a feeling that most of the times you're unlucky and a lot of things are just being recycled. This one doesn't look particularly interesting today, whatever is here, but let me just have a look, see if there is something, and then I'll move on. And here are some beige but modern systems, already Pentium 3. There's maybe a little bit something older. This one. Let's see if they have something interesting. So here's some interesting stuff maybe. Okay. This does look like socket 7. Let's see if we have more stuff. I'll have a look at this as well. Check. There was an ESS audio drive. This one here. Unfortunately, I don't think I will take this. And then there was also this S3 Trio. I have so many of those. And then there was a modem card in there. And there's a CPU. Pentium 133. So yeah, unfortunately, I will not take any of this. Let's have a look at the next one. This looks like a tank. Okay, I'll get the screws off and then let's see if we can get a look inside. So here, this one, I don't know exactly what this is. This is probably also an XT system and there's a hard drive in it. Unfortunately, I'm sure this is dead, 100%. This entire thing is corroded. This was thrown around. I can't take it because it will be very expensive because it's heavy and I have no idea what I would do with it. So I don't even know what kind of cards there are. Is this a VGA card? I don't know, or an EGA or something. And then we have some other controller cards in here, some proprietary connectors or something like this. This one here is probably some floppy controller here because it goes to the floppy drives. Yeah, there are two 5.25-inch drives as well. Yeah, unfortunately I can't take it. Yeah. Now let's steal some CPUs. What we have here? Oh, nice. Okay, I'll have a look. An unfortunate box with CPUs, and I found a Coppermine 1100 100 megahertz frontside bus, but the die is chipped. I'm not sure if the die is broken, cracked. I have no idea if this chip is going to work. I think it's a 20-80% chance that this one might work. So I'll give this a try.
Of course, I think everybody wants to know if this is working, so I decided to give this a quick try. And here is the die. So yeah, we have this chip in the top left corner. It looks like it's only on the surface. If this goes deeper, most likely the die is cracked internally, but I think we might be lucky and this one works. And what better to use than the Hawk 370? So yeah, let me put this together and fire it up. So let's configure 1.75 volts. This is VID 0 and VID 3, which is also printed here at the back of the PCB. So VID 0 and VID 3. Oh, I get postcodes. I get postcodes. It works. I can't believe it works. We can just do the auto thing. So 100 times 11 fixed multiplier. And we have an Intel Pentium 3 E1100 megahertz. So it works. Let's just run benchmarks quickly and then, well, I'm happy that I have found this and that it works.
So yeah, let me go through this entire pile and see if we can find maybe some more chips that might be interesting. But yeah, usually my luck on these open, taken out chips is very, very low. All 800s. This one here is a Coppermine with a heatsink. I have this already. So these ones will work. This is not a problem. 1,000. They are not expensive. If you look on eBay, they're like $10, $15. So it's not a big deal. What is this one here? SL5. What? PU? PV? Come on, focus. 1,133. Oh, it's just a Tualatin. Let's see what else we can find. Here's another one. 1.5 volts. It's a Celeron. Oh, this is a nice overclocker. Oh, here's another Tualatin. 1200 Celeron. Oh, what is this one? So this one here looks interesting. So not all capacitors. This is a revision B1 and we'll have a 1266. And you see that there's a SL6BX. Okay, some of those are already out. This is, for instance, a Coppermine 600. The pads lifted from the green substrate. This is not fixable. And this is definitely not a power or ground pin because they are the outer areas. I'm not sure what pin this exactly is, but I'm not going to risk it. So this one stays definitely here. Then there are some that look just horrible. I'm not going to attempt to fix these. Chances are that I'll rip off one of the pads. So no, this is a Tualatin 1200. Yeah, these ones look okay. I'll make now a decision which ones I'll take and which ones I'll leave here. So the batteries here are discharging before they are shipped to another place, and then they're probably leaving the UAE. Lots of mobile accessories, cables, some old phones, other electronics. Headphones. And of course, power banks. Philips car jumper. No idea what this is. Let's have a look. Oh. Okay. Fresh in box. These are usually somehow resold, I don't know how. 20,000 milliampere hours. It feels a little bit bulky. I have no idea if this, all of them feel the same, but this is not the main issue. So this is the packaging, and there are pallets of those boxes. So there are 12 3x4 of those towers full with those power banks. How crazy is that? Wow, this is a really heavy piece. Wow, I think I will ask how much this is. I don't have one of these at all. So I'm not an expert when it comes to these type of devices, but so I found here an F-16 TQS. This is a Thrustmaster thrust control something. Throttle quadrant system. So this is looks interesting. I have no idea if this is complete. Really no idea. But it's here for a very reasonable price. And there are a lot of buttons. And I have this one here as well. So apparently these two are supposed to be paired together, even though they are different models. So I think I will take these and let's see if we can make some flight simulator content maybe someday.
Well, and here are the two items I picked up. I think they are pretty cool. I would never take something like this bulky, but I always had bad peripherals back then. So, for instance, a proper joystick I never had. This one just looked massive. Unfortunately, it's not stable because I'm missing one of the rubber feet here. So I have to figure out what I'll put there. But I think this is definitely not an issue. And yeah, you hear the button. Like, it feels good. It's just dusty. So I'm planning on fixing this now. And apparently these two items were, well, meant to be working together. And you can see that here. So this is the F-22 Pro Thrustmaster Advanced Control Series. So this is the joystick. And it has a sticker pointing to the TQS, which is this guy, the Thrustmaster F-16 TQS throttle quadrant system. I have absolutely no idea. It just was cool. I saw them. They looked pretty cool. And honestly, this feels good. Yeah, but it's dusty. So we need to clean this up. I am only going to use a damp cloth. I'm not using any alcohol, nothing of that sort. It would just be a damp cloth, and I'm just trying to wipe it down so I'm not damaging the rubber here. Considering that this was standing in, well, in the desert for God knows how long, these feel really good. They're just dusty. So yeah, let's start to clean them. I don't know if any of you have played Strike Commander. So Strike Commander is one of those games that stuck in my head for a very long time. I absolutely loved Strike Commander, but it was in English and it was hard for me to understand. Did you have one of these? Please let me know in the comments. I'm really curious because this is just awesome. I think as a kid, this would have been so awesome to own this. This one here says TQS. So what I'm doing now is I will hook up the F-22 to my F-16. Yes, I never thought I will say that. Okay, so let's just plug this in here. And now the F-16, this one goes to the game port. So after a bit of research, sorry for the mess here, I was just looking around. So this F-22 has this, looks like an old keyboard connector, the DIN 5 connector, and apparently this is the power connection. Unfortunately, on my Asus P2B, I don't have the correct power connection. I would have to get my old PC out to connect this, and that is why we have the keyboard port here, because Well, it needs a power connection. So you plug your keyboard through your joystick here or through the F-22, and it basically takes the power from this one. The game port connector is not enough. Sad, because I do not want to get now another board here. So this has to wait for another day. I would never do that to you. So yeah, I'm back and I set up now a system and I found out something more about these. They are programmable devices. So this is not your average, I don't know, off the shelf joystick. You can actually program this. And it makes so much more sense now why we have a keyboard connected here. We still need it for power. And sorry, I just didn't do a very good job here. So this one is the keyboard now. This goes to the PC, which is right next to me here. We're stealing the power from here, but also it connects to the DIN 5 connector, routing the keyboard signal, which I have here is my keyboard. So it routes the keyboard signal to the PC. So this is one responsibility. And we take the power from there, and the F-22 is supplying power to the F-16 TQS, which is connected through this connector here. So this is from the F-22 going in here, and this connector is going to our game port. So this comes out of the F-16 now and goes back into our PC. But essentially what's happening is that I can program what each switch is doing. And what it does, it sends keyboard strokes to the keyboard controller. So it is as if you would press a button on the keyboard, but it happens when you press this button or another button, or you move a slider, or you do something with the hats here, or you change a dial, move forward, backward. So this is what this does, as far as I understood. You haven't tested it yet. So yeah, this is my setup right now. It's connected to a 486 DX266 period correct system, I would say. This is a system that I built on the channel some time ago. So yeah, let's see, power it on and see what happens. I have no idea, just downloaded something. What I understand is these ones are the control centers and these are patches. So I need to probably start with this one. Let's see what will happen. Ooh. So setup program for F-22 Command and Control Center, the CCC. Thrustmaster Command and Control is designed to provide you with the tools you need to get the most out of your Thrustmaster F-22 flight equipment. Yes, please. All of the Command and Control Center files should be installed to the default directory if drive space permits. Do I pick the drive? Yes, I do. So specify source directory. Yes, this is my source directory, and I want to go to C Thrustmaster F-22. That's correct. Program files, Mark II map files, TQS map files. I have no idea what that is, but sure. Select throttle type. Yes, I do have this guy. Select mouse setting. 2-button Microsoft mouse. For rudders, I have nothing. I only have the F-16 and the F-22. So I guess this is what we will keep. This will be the configuration. Okay, let's continue. Okay, installation complete. At DOS prompt, type F-22 and press enter to run the command and control center. Oh, let's try that. F-22 and... Okay, so at least the software is installed. A powerful utility program for your Thrustmaster hardware. Okay, press any key. Whoa, programs and utilities. Okay, this is something from MS-DOS. Clear F-22 memory. Oh, so this is what I said before. This is programmable stuff. Let's try equipment calibration. I want to see something moving on the screen and I control it with the two devices. Okay. Joystick. Use this selection to calibrate the joystick on the F-22 for digital operation. Throttle, rudder, brakes, WCS. Okay, I guess I only have option 1 and 2. Let's try option 1. Enter, waiting for F-22. Escape to cancel it. So on my keyboard, the LEDs are flashing. The num lock, caps lock, and scroll lock. So let me see if something happens if I do something with the F-22. Nope. Nothing is happening. Okay, that didn't work. What is throttle? Okay, so this one didn't work, but I'm not giving up. It still says my F-22 is offline. So no, it doesn't respond at all. Ah, okay, so this is actually something that I wanted to look for, but yeah, so this doesn't look good at all. So this clearly doesn't work. Oh, look at the cursor. Set hardware. F-22 Pro. I know I have this, but there is nothing happening. A new plan. Let's try this guy, the QuickShot. This was TMS. Maybe this works actually with this. Oh yeah, there you go. So this one works and I have no flashing stuff going on. My simple QuickShot, this one works. Sadly. And I have 2 buttons. So yeah, this software works, but this guy doesn't. Yet. Doesn't work yet. I'm not giving up on this yet. What is odd is that even if I just plug in the F-16, I get exactly the same behavior as if I would just plug in this one. Now, I'm trying this the very first time, so I will stop here. I will not open up these devices. I will not try to do anything, but rather I hope that you can help me out. Let me know what I can do to figure out what's wrong with it. Maybe it's a software issue. Maybe it's my hardware that's incompatible. Do I need a specialized game controller card, special software? Do I have to reset it somehow? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. What are your ideas? And yeah, maybe we can figure out how to get these things to work. Maybe there is nothing wrong with them, and maybe I just have an issue with my Advanced Logic Sound Blaster card. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I still hope you enjoyed it. It was a lot of back and forth. I probably will cut out 90% of this video. But yeah, this is where I am. These things do not report. My QuickShot had absolutely no issues. It doesn't matter if I plug in the F-22 directly or the F-16 directly into the sound card game port. Both of them end up what we see here on the screen. The buttons are flashing and there is no other response from these devices. Okay, then thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Thank you to all my Patreons and everybody who is supporting Bits and Bolts. If you want to support the channel, head over to Patreon, become a member here on YouTube, or buy me a coffee. And I hope I will see you in my future videos. Take care and bye-bye.